are back again, and look at this table. I mean, my gosh, this looks like really good food.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see any potato chips here.
No, not here.
Not here, anyway.
You'll find them with us.
Well, next to me I have Alicia McMullen, and next to you, you're just
Strianese.
Strianese. Okay, and you're both with Shop, right?
Yes.
But you are nutritionists.
Dietitians.
Dietitian.
Yep, at
What's
Shop
the
Rite.
difference between the two?
So a dietitian is actually credentialed. We go to school, we sit down, we take boards, we do an internship, and we have to pass an exam to get our credentials.
Okay.
Where a nutritionist, I think almost anyone can call themselves a nutritionist
Oh, really?
if
Okay.
they have a history of eating right. So
Okay.
you always want to make sure you're looking for a dietitian when you're looking for an expert in the field on
So
healthy
if
eating.
you, okay, good, and that's what you both do.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. We're both registered dietitians, and we work for Shop Rite. I'm
Okay.
from Shop Rite of Albany, and Alicia's in the Niskayuna store.
Okay.
And we offer free nutrition services at our Shop Rite.
And what would that be? I mean, like, why would I come to you and say, help me?
It's a great because it's a free service and it's one-on-one counseling. So I would sit down with you, Ann, and we would go over what you're eating, what your goals are. Say you were a diabetic or had high blood pressure
okay.
or high cholesterol.
So that makes the difference between nutritionists and dietitians, because you can
Yes.
go to, like, if you have high cholesterol, if you have diabetes, you can kind of get the diet on the right track.
Yeah, both Alicia and I have backgrounds in the hospital setting, so we are both very well versed in disease management. So
Okay.
we can help our customers not only learn how to eat right to manage disease, we also have the tools of the aisle to us. Like, we can take the client out, the customer, into the store. Show them how to read a food label. Show them what
Isn't
products
that
we're
important as
recommending.
reading a food label?
Oh, it's so important.
I mean,
it's
I
so
always do. I'm
hard.
getting them. I say, oh, wait, and I love it when you pick it up and you go, 110 calories. Geez, that's not too bad. I could handle that. And then you look, there's 8
Sodium or fat. Yep.
Well, no, and then it's not just one serving.
Oh, yeah.
They kind of throw you, like, even the sodas, you get it and you say, well, 110 is so bad, and then you look at 2.5 servings.
Exactly. Exactly.
Where is that?
Yeah, and it's, there's a lot, they can be tricky, even for us as dietitians, so it's good to help us there. It's at the point of sale. If you have a question or you can't remember what your doctor
So
recommended.
you're on site all the time?
Yes, we are there. It's our full-time job. We have an office
What
right
are we
by the
looking at
pharmacy.
here?
Okay, so today we're talking about healthy holiday substitutions,
Okay.
harvest foods, because the holidays are fast approaching, and it's a time
Well,
where
Thanksgiving's coming up.
Absolutely.
Well, in a few months, yeah.
Absolutely. And, people are worried about what they're eating and how can we want to save calories but have a delicious meal as well. So now's the time for pumpkins. They are everywhere with Halloween and Thanksgiving coming up.
I love pumpkin.
Oh,
I use that
isn't
as
it
a
delicious?
substitute for fat.
That's what I was going to say today.
I
And
beat
it's
you to
great.
it.
You did. You didn't even need me. So canned pumpkin is actually excellent. You can use it in baking and cooking.
Yeah.
Today we've made a healthy dip. It's very sweet, delicious dip made with canned pumpkin. It can be used for both an appetizer or a dessert.
What's in that?
So this is
It looks good. It looks like there's some nutmeg in there.
Delicious.
And
There
cinnamon.
is, yes. It's actually canned pumpkin.
Okay.
There is fat-free Greek yogurt, fat-free Cool Whip, a little bit of brown sugar, some pumpkin pie spice, cinnamon, and we're serving it today with some red and green apples.
Would you mind if I have a little bit?
Please, Honey Crisp. They are the new hot apple.
What is it called?
Honey Crisp. It is a sweet, delicious snacking apple.
Oh my God.
Isn't it so good?
Very good.
That's like eating pumpkin pie.
Oh, the dip is out of this world, and it is, pretty much a low sugar.
And
it's
I'm not double
fat-free.
dipping.
We have plenty to choose from. We're serving it with a whole grain cracker.
That's delicious.
So delicious and a great way.
Where would they get that recipe?
I have it in the store. Any of the recipes, they can come visit us in the store at Shop Rite, and we always provide recipes. Especially now at the holidays, people are looking for low calories.
These apples are good.
Aren't they? And they're crisp and delicious.
What are these?
These I baked this morning. They're apple pecan muffins. They're to die for. I had one for breakfast. So they're great for breakfast or for dessert. They're made with applesauce. They're made with 100% whole wheat flour. They also have a little bit of canola oil, so a nice, good, healthy oil.
When you use the whole wheat, a lot of times things are heavier.
Yes.
So what do you
that's
do?
why in this recipe it called for half all-purpose flour and
one.
half whole
Yeah.
wheat. And these are so moist and so delicious, but it's because of the applesauce. That's going to add the extra moisture, but they're lower in fat and lower in calories.
I
because
make a bran muffin and I use the applesauce for the fat.
Yes, absolutely. And with the applesauce, you're adding more fiber too.
Yeah.
So you're cutting back on calories, but you're getting that extra fiber. And these have chunks of apples, which make them even more moist.
Okay.
So you'll have to try one next.
Do you,
They're, yeah.
what? No, I will. Do you use real apple? I mean,
Real
are you
apple.
using
It called for one red delicious apple.
like shaved?
Diced up.
Diced up.
Diced up
Okay,
and
good.
thrown right into the batter.
Any raisins
So,
in that?
No raisins,
but you
there's-
could put them.
You could put them
Yeah.
in there, and there's pecans on top. So if you have a nut allergy, you could always skip the nuts.
And these are kind of like you can do whatever you want to make them work for you.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, if you
Yes.
want.
Now you've
almonds
got
or
the
something
pumpkin there
else.
for a thing. Now you've talked about chicken broth. Now
Oh,
one of the
chicken
problems
broth?
with chicken broth is it's pretty salty.
Absolutely. That's why you want to go with the low sodium chicken broth.
Okay.
And this is great for soups. We're in the fall season, so nice butternut squash soup.
And you can
could
do it
use that as
fast.
very quick and easy. It's just butternut squash with broth. You blend it up, and you've got a nice soup. Add some spices.
And I use the blender a lot. You know that I don't know what you call those things that you hold and you push
The
the
immersion
button.
blender. It's
Oh,
actually
that's
one of the
okay. Thank
handheld
you. Thank you
immersion
very
blender.
much.
Yeah,
I
you
knew
put
I
it
had you here.
Right in the pot. Exactly.
And it works wonderful
It
because you
does.
can add so much stuff in and then blend it, and it's just
Exactly.
perfect.
Easy. Yep.
And
you
what's
have to
great
add
is,
cream.
again, with butternut squash or the canned pumpkin, it makes a nice, rich and creamy soup without the fat and calories
Yeah.
of a typical cream.
Exactly.
And thinking of, we were talking about cream, a nice substitute for heavy cream and whole milk is the
Exactly.
evaporated fat-free milk. It's got a nice, rich, creamy flavor, so you can add it to
I
your
use
soups,
that. Yeah, I
add
use
it to
it.
your desserts, and you're still going to get that nice flavor and texture.
Yeah.
So this is a great for the holiday season when you're baking and cooking.
Now when we look at sweets, and we're talking about like Thanksgiving,
Yes.
okay, coming up, and I love this as the starter
Yes.
because it's really not that filling, and it's kind of gives you that nice little feel in your mouth.
Absolutely.
Feels good. I like it. What else might you use other than this for like an appetizer? Other than the sour cream with this
Well, I'm
that.
glad you actually mentioned sour cream because that's another great use for the plain Greek yogurt. It's fat-free.
What is this now?
It's plain Greek yogurt.
Okay.
Shop Rite brand, so it's very budget friendly.
Non-fat.
It's
Okay.
non-fat. So what you're doing is you're saving
What
all the
makes
fat
Greek-
but getting protein.
But what
It's
makes Greek-
strained? It's strained 3 times
Oh.
versus twice. So they're removing more of the water, and you're just getting more of
So
that
it's thicker.
protein. It's thicker. It's more filling. It's a great tool when you're watching your weight or calories because it will hold you over longer.
I heard you
because
had
it's
blueberries
thicker.
to that, fresh blueberries to that. You'd
Absolutely.
have really a
Strawberries,
great.
some nuts. Yeah, absolutely. And
Yeah.
it's actually a part of this dip too. You can use this as a topper for baked potatoes instead of sour cream. There's so much that you
So
can
you
do with
would
that
use
yogurt.
this Greek non-fat yogurt as a sour cream?
I absolutely would. Yeah. I've
Okay.
used it to top my potatoes. I've used it if you're having a taco night instead of a sour cream, you can use a
and what are the
fat-free
calories on?
yogurt.
I'm gonna look. I'm reading that label there.
It's only 100 calories for 6 ounces and about 18 grams of protein.
So that's this whole container.
The
One
whole
container. It
container.
says there one
One
container,
so you don't
one
even have to worry about the
serving.
serving size.
Good.
Exactly.
And I want to remind people that when you look at these labels, look at the serving size because sometimes it's very misleading because you think you're eating something that's really not very many calories, and then you read
And then you-
that was
right.
only an eighth of a cup with
Yeah,
one.
you ate 8 of them. Yep, exactly.
Exactly. So you need to be really careful about
Yeah.
how much you're eating. What would you suggest for a dessert for say Thanksgiving?
Well, again, you could use this if you do want to indulge in your pies, your pumpkin pie. You could definitely top it with that instead of using an ice cream.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, I mean, even Alicia's muffins would be a great dessert. You could take them right out of the oven, nice and warm. It would be a great treat.
Even using your
well,
family recipes, but again, just
absolutely.
sneaking in the applesauce or using less.
Changing
it, adapting it.
I
Yep.
changed a pumpkin pie. My kids don't listen if you're my kids, because I made it with tofu.
Oh, delicious.
And what you do is you blend the tofu, and you can use that like your
Yeah, that
your
might
milk.
be. We do cooking demos in the store, so that might be a nice
The
recipe.
tofu works beautifully. I don't know where I got the recipe, if I even got the recipe, but I just thought a silken tofu.
Yes.
And the pie comes out great. Everybody raves about it,
And
and
they
I
have no
don't dare
idea.
tell them that
I
it's
know.
tofu.
It sounds
And you're
delicious.
right. So the pumpkin would replace the fat about. You can replace half the fat with pumpkin,
Yeah.
and you can also use applesauce to replace oil, and that would be in a 1-to-1 substitution.
You can do that pretty
and you're
much,
saving
yeah.
so many fat and calories. Yeah, absolutely.
And cut down on salt, and just enjoy the harvest and the good food that's out there.
Absolutely, and please use us. That's why we're there. We're in the store. We're your resources.
got a
So
few
if you
questions?
need a healthy recipe, or
Absolutely.
you want to know what can I use to substitute for eggs in a recipe, and that's why we're there.
Wait a minute. What can you substitute for eggs in a recipe?
For eggs, you could do applesauce
applesauce,
again. You could
Really?
do a quarter cup of applesauce or a quarter cup of canned pumpkin would replace 1 egg.
Is that right? Oh,
Yes.
I learned something today. I did
And
not know you
even
could
use
substitute.
flaxseed too. And
I use
We
flaxseed.
know, 3 tablespoons
I use
of
that
water
as
and
a
tablespoon
substitute.
of flax
Yeah,
would make
for
1 egg.
1 egg.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. and
I
increases
kind of
fiber.
substitute the flax for oil. You can kind of do that.
Okay.
There's a way of
Yeah, and there is
substitution.
flax oils on the market, flaxseed
Yeah.
oils too that
Yeah.
you could use.
And
yeah.
why is flax good for you?
It is so heart healthy.
Isn't
Your
it?
Omega-3s, yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. It's great for your heart. And
So
the
these
flaxseed
gals
has
really
the
know what
fiber.
they're talking about. And talk to a nutritionist, not nutritionist,
Dietitian.
dietitian. Slap my hand. And I didn't mean to do that. I'm so mea culpa.
No, and it's fine. We're just so happy you had us here
Good,
today.
yeah,
And we had
great.
a great time.
And maybe we'll try some of those muffins in a minute.